podcast is brought to you by Loot Crate Anime. Loot Crate has teamed up with Crunchyroll to bring you amazing toys, apparel, and other cool collectibles from your favorite anime and manga. To subscribe, just go to lootcrate.com/animeamerica and use the code AnimeAmerica to get $3 off your first subscription. Hey there, this is the Anime America podcast Reboot, episode 15. On today's show, we're going to be talking about stuff. And stuff, I mean, the 7 deadly sins and some Anime America announcements, so stay tuned, listen to some awesome stuff.
Yay! Hooray!
I did the thing.
You did the thing done good.
Yay.
Okay. Today we have with us Robyn!
It's so a rare shiny Pokemon has appeared, and it's me!
It's almost like Tara calling you out in that video brought you back to the podcast.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And those other giggly voices is Tara and Hannah.
Hello. Yeah, sorry for
And-
calling you out there, Robyn. It's nice to have you.
Well, it's not like I put that in the script or anything. What?
It's not like you wrote that.
And I'm excited because this is my first time really meeting Tara, so hi!
Nice to meet you, Hannah.
Nice to meet you too. I love being the new person and meeting everyone. It's so much fun.
Yay.
I'm about as new as you are, so...
Yeah, and the ever-present annoying voice that is speaking to you now is me, Brad. I will never die.
Oh,
Never.
You're not annoying.
To you, maybe, but...
No.
And then there's YouTube internet comments.
Yes. Brad should die. They should fire him.
Robyn should...
I will never leave.
Robyn should shut up.
I'm sorry, I'll keep my
Robyn
opinions
should
to
only
myself.
do top 10 lists.
With the
Robyn
next
doesn't
top
know
10.
good anime.
I'm just happy that the algorithm system is somewhat improving because for like the first time in months, our top 10 lists are actually doing much better. Like, top 10 worst couples of anime just hit over 200,000 views. And
Woo!
top 10 mascots is about to hit 100,000, but I'm still looking at the gifts given in anime in December. I'm like, oh, you poor thing. Like, our weakest list would usually at least hit 100,000, but top 10 gifts given in anime was still at like 70,000. I'm like, oh, you poor baby. It was not a good day. It was not a good month for us. But
Yes.
we are prevailing, and we are trying everything we can to stay alive, and so far it's working. So thank you all so much for your support and love by sharing our videos and our channel and using the hashtag #NoticeMeYouTubeSenpai. I still need to make a shirt of that, of me giving Senpai a love letter, and Senpai has a YouTube button for a face.
That would be amazing. I would buy that shirt.
I would buy that too on, Teespring.
Teespring. We have some amazing merchandise for you available on Teespring, and some amazing poster designs by yours truly from Store Envy. Go check out the websites now.
Do. Plug.
Brant.
Now I have to put that up in the YouTube video when I put this together. Thanks.
Actually, because
Work.
because
of the new attachments, we could actually have default descriptions with all of our YouTube videos. So you're welcome.
Yay.
Are you talking about with the new what is that thing you told us to download for Chrome, the YouTube
I
thing?
think TubeBuddy may have done that. I think it was TubeBuddy, where like if you download it, you have a lot of presets to help you upload your videos much easier. So in case my
Yes.
video goes public, but I forgot to put in a description, there's at least something there.
Yeah.
And I hate having to put tags in every time. It'd be nice if there's
Oh,
way that it's just...
it'll generate tags for you, because that was the hardest thing when I was working on my watch and wait stuff. I'm like, what do I tag? I talk about like everything.
Which I type in the necessities, and if I'm forgetting something, it'll allow you to have like at least 500 characters for your tags. So I just like suggest, okay, click, 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 click. Oh, I'm at a 500. Okay.
All of the tags.
That
All right, Robin.
That one kid in the YouTube comment is like, "Oh, come on, can't you even tag right? Your tags are ridiculous." Well, on you on that one.
Seriously. Do we have any idea how many videos we put up? Tags are hard.
We don't know the internet, kids. Back in my days, we had to go to the library.
Back in my day, a tag was just something you put on a Christmas present.
Back in my day, it'd be the thing you rip off your clothes when you bought them fresh from the store.
Back in the day, if you ripped off a tag, you'd get arrested. It was illegal.
Oh my god.
We're so old, you guys. We're so old.
Brad being 12 years older than me.
Dang, bro. Well, you're like a couple months older than me, Robin.
We're both old. I once had a kid at my job asking me to play better music, and I said, "Get out."
You're becoming curmudgeons like me.
Yep.
I had a little girl at work call me ma'am, and I was like, honey, no.
I hate being called ma'am because I am child-sized, and that just feels like disrespect.
I don't get that, though. Someone calls me sir or mister. Why is ma'am a big deal?
Because
It
ma'am
makes us
is
feel
something
old.
for
Because when
older
you're under
ladies.
30, ma'am makes you feel
miss
old
is,
as heck.
Miss is the polite way for young women.
It is a whole gender thing where, like, men like being called sirs and seniors because it makes them feel older and more dignified, while ma'am makes a girl feel much older, and they don't like that.
Mm-hmm. You can call me miss. That's fine. I'm down with that.
Okay, Miss Hannah.
Hey, Sir Brad.
Sir Brad. He's just a
Mr. Brad. I like
Mr.
Sir
Brad.
Brad.
Mr. Brado.
Mr. Brado.
Oh my god, we're gonna spend the whole show just BSing a bullshit.
Isn't that what the podcast always is?
Yes. Speaking of bullshit, what did you have to announce, Robin? Oh, that was a bad transition. wasn't it?
Speaking of bullshit, what's going on with the... What do you need to
Jeez,
talk
hey.
about?
Well, we weren't talking about Yuri on Ice.
Ooh.
So, my next reviews and videos coming up. It's a little late. We were trying to do this in February for the month of love, but, you know, with my scheduling. It's funny how, like, my job, whenever the school season ends, usually I'm down to doing 2 days a week again, but they have me coming in 4 days a week because they have to train all the new kids at new rides. And out of the blue, I got to train at the kids' rides. I'm like, yay, I get to push more buttons. All right, kids, stay seated. Don't jump out and commit suicide. Here we go. Click. But yeah, my schedule's been very hectic because I've been like at work a lot, and I've been trying to pick up Pop Spectrum and bring it back to life. But basically, Megan and I were trying to work on our review for Yuri on Ice, and it's coming along. We've almost recorded our lines, but I think I need to go back on the script of it because I think I wasn't a little too detailed on, you know, how the ending was kind of messed up for some of the characters and how it had to be that way because of the story it was portraying. But regardless, Yuri on Ice's review is coming up. We're going to point out its flaws and what makes it work and why we did vote for it for being the #1 anime of 2016. I still go back and watch it. It's just so beautiful to watch. It's just a beautiful show. April will be my month, and I'm thinking about doing top 10 favorite songs of anime, so songs that I like, which will be kind of hard, but I'll do my best. And then we got a Patreon request. I'm thinking about doing 2 because usually I put names into a hat and draw 1 out, and they're the winners. But we also had a Patreon supporter give us 100, which means that no matter what, exactly, no matter what, they get to request an anime review no matter what. So we'll probably do a second drawing and see who they choose. But this guy donated $100, and I asked him, okay, what anime do you want me to review? And he gives me this really heartfelt message about how he struggled and wasn't really coping through life very well until he watched our videos. And I'm thinking the one that he's talking about in particular is top 10 Western celebrities who love anime, to which, like, at first I had, like, some people saying, like, oh, you really shouldn't do the bully route, let's just stick to the topic at hand. And I'm just like, no, this is the reason why I'm doing this. A lot of people out there are convinced that they're alone, that they're freaks for liking this. And I see a lot of people in the comments like, well, it's not that big of a deal from my area, but it was a big deal in my area, especially when I was in the Hispanic part of Orlando, Florida, to which, like, everything had to be, you know, Hispanic and Puerto Rico love and fashionistas and whatnot, and gangs fighting each other a lot. I'm not saying every school in Orlando was like that, but good old Colonial High School, home of Casey Anthony. And I'm not kidding.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. Home of Casey Anthony. I am not kidding. I was on the same campus as her, and I'm like, oh, wow, okay, wow. Shit. Bleep that. That was just basically our reaction to that whole scenario. But regardless, I was made fun of a lot because I liked anime, that I didn't dress like the other girls, and I was into things that they didn't understand, and I was called a non-American. So I made that list to highlight people who have succeeded in their lives and have made it to the big top while still loving anime. And that one speech at the very end with Robin Williams really reached a lot of people because they're having the same kind of struggle. And this kid reached out to me saying that video pretty much saved him. And he really wanted to show how grateful he was by donating $100 and wanting us to review a show that meant the world to him, that he thinks that we'll like, and that it really helped him at times. So he really wants us to review Tiger and Bunny. To which, after that email, I went straight to the store and purchased a copy. It has to be delivered to my house, but I will have that copy for the review. So thank you so much for your generosity. It really meant a lot to us for your support, and that story really touched me. Like, I just make videos. I don't know how much of an impact I make until all these people send me the comments. Like, even when people come up to me in person at conventions, I get all blushy. I'm like, I'm not that special. I just make videos. It was like some sort of paper doll. Like, there's like a thing with like anime characters where like you could print them up on paper and craft them up into 3-dimensional paper crafting. It's kind of cute, but this person on DeviantArt made one of me and Shannon. And they seem to be like really big fans of our show because they also take snapshots of our videos and post them up on DeviantArt. To which some person is all like, can't you be like taken down for this? I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah, I'm gonna put those pictures up on the YouTube version because I think they looked really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were very cool.
What would be really cool? My first thought when I saw them was it'd be awesome if we did like a short stop motion video, had them move around and.
I think, like, in the
something.
future, to celebrate our 10th anniversary of this podcast staying alive, we should maybe hold a fan art contest, and the winning design can be on a Teespring.
Oh, yeah.
That would be awesome.
So that's something we'll be doing in the future. Yay!
Yay!
Yay. And then if that happens, we can feature it on Tara's new show on Anime America called Fanime, right, Tara?
Oh, yes.
You should ask people for fan art of us.
Yeah, tell us about Fanime so that the people listening they can maybe send us their stuff to maybe get featured on the show.
Steve.
Absolutely. Okay, so Brad and I talked about coming up with some things that I can do for Anime America, and we ended up coming up with Fanime, which is a show in which I will feature fan-made content that's anime related. It could be anything like fan art or an anime song cover, cosplay, a fan dub or abridged clip, maybe even cosplay and fan fiction. Just so I thought that it would be a really cool way to put some spotlight on really talented and creative people and kind of give back to the anime community. Because I've been involved in, like, fan dubbing for 8 years, and I am an abridged voice actress now, so, like, I've been involved in fan-made content for a long time. And it takes a lot of heart and dedication to be inspired by a series and make something of your own out of it. So I thought it would be a really cool way to kind of spotlight that.
Yeah, and I'll be putting that up. What is it? I'm gonna put it up Saturday, right? I think so.
I think Saturday. Saturday your time, yeah.
Yep. So you'll get to see it before this podcast even comes on. You'll see the first episode of Fanime.
Woo!
I hope you guys liked it.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Please notice me, commenters senpai. Like me.
Find me in the future.
I will say this for you, Tara, as someone who just started putting up stuff on Anime America. Most of the fans are pretty chill. Like, they're really cool about new stuff, and there's the occasional comment that's like, man, it's just not Anime America without Robin, and I'm over here like, well, she's still here. I'm just doing other stuff.
Yeah.
But no, a lot of people are super chill and they're really supportive. I've gotten some really nice comments, some really good criticism, not just, wow, this is garbage, you suck. No, some really good, like, genuine criticism, but if they give criticism, they're also usually like, but this was really interesting, keep up the good work, I'd love to see more. So, you know, we have a pretty good fan base going here.
For the win,
Constructive criticism is always welcome.
Dubs suck.
But, like, I don't know how much my fragile self-esteem can take hate comments. No, it'll be
I don't
fine.
even read them.
I thought, you know, again, I thought it would be really bad when I posted my first thing. I was like, oh god, they're all gonna hate me, because my whole concept for my thing is, do I want to watch it subbed or do I want to wait for the dub? And that is just, you know, anime crucifixion right there. So,
oh my god.
But like I said, they were. A lot of them were really nice, really supportive, and they genuinely enjoyed it. So I think that you have a really great idea there, and a lot of people will really gravitate toward it. And I'm excited to see it. So I can't wait.
Yeah, yay for Tara and Hannah.
I was just chanting earlier the main comment that Hannah was getting. It's like, you like dubs? Ew.
No, the ones that always get me are the ones that were like, why would you watch something inferior? I don't understand that. And I'm like, it's not inferior, it's just different. It's like, I don't look at things that way. I don't watch, like, a British show and then watch the American equivalent and be like, well, the British is better because it's the original. That's dumb. If the British version is genuinely better, great. Wonderful. Fine. I feel the same way about a sub as I do a dub. I watch both. I enjoy. If I have one that I enjoy more than the other, great. If they're both good, they're both good. That's a thing that can happen.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
even when, like, I get these requests to review certain animes, I look them up online and I'll see, like, the sub version and the dub version. If there's a dub version, I'm going to listen to it in English because it's just easier for me. Like, I can do
Right.
something else in the background and still pay attention to the story without having to, like, look constantly at the subtitles. I will bear through bad dubs. Like, Nyankoi's dub was mediocre at best. There was nothing bad or good about it. Because, like, there were times
Right.
when the main character would sound very bland. Oh, no, Kosaka-kun. But there were times where she acted really adorable, and I love the tone of her voice.
And I've done the same thing. I've suffered through just awful dubs. But at the same time, I have watched some subs that are just genuinely
I kind of want to bring a flashback to Brad.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, you broke up a little there, Hannah.
Oh, sorry.
Say that again?
No, I just wanted to say that sometimes there are genuine Japanese dubs that are just like, it's constantly pitchy characters, and I can't stand that. I like my eardrums.
Hell, I can't even stand the Cowboy Bebop dub because the Cowboy Bebop sub, because the dub is just way too perfect. And I go back to the subtitle version,
yes.
I'm just like...
I feel the same way about Wolf's Rain. I can't watch Wolf's Rain subbed ever.
This is going to sound ironic coming from me, but I never watched dubs. Ever.
That's it, you're off the show.
You're fired.
No,
Your kind is not welcomed.
From now on, I'm gonna cut your voice on your fanime videos and sub everything. See how you like that?
Do we have Japanese viewers? Can we get someone to, like, dub over my voice in Japanese?
Yeah. Or I'll just do a voice. I'll dub my voice over yours. How about that?
Wow.
Look at me, I'm Tara.
Look at me, I'm Tara. I only watch subbed anime. Meh.
Me.
No,
Yeah.
no, genuinely,
What did I
it's
do to
fine.
deserve this?
I have a
Everybody has
flashback
their
to...
preference, and that's totally fine.
I have like a
What?
reminder for Brad of a certain dub we had to endure years ago.
Trying to remember.
All over the world, there are people who are suffering, meow. As a princess, it is my solemn duty to help
my
those in
God.
need, meow.
Oh,
What the hell
That-
are you talking about?
Which one is
Ponyo
that?
Ponyo Digicarrot.
Oh.
I'm so stupid.
The dub had every
Wait,
character
wait,
in their sentences
wait.
with meow.
Meow.
Ponyo, Digi-Carrot?
Ponyo Ponyo Digicarrot. We put that in our top 10 worst dubs of anime way back when.
Yeah.
I quit anime. I'm out. Deuces. Bye.
Meow.
Shut up, Robin.
Meow, I'm Robin. Meow.
Meow. Oni-chan.
No.
Speaking of,
Oh god, she does it better.
you're reminding me. We have a new what do you call it? Spokes animal or what do we call it?
The
Oh,
mascot.
mascot.
Tsumi. To which, if you hear the snoring in the background, that's him sleeping upstairs.
Congratulations, oh, you found my channel. What do you want, a medal?
So tell us about the mascot. Why do we have one? Why did we pick that one? And by the way, it's so cute. You did a great job on it.
Thank you. Well, the design was partially attributed from William Crow's original design, and we just tweaked it up a bit to make it a million times cuter. Not that it wasn't cute enough, but we're like, no, we need to have diabetes cuteness.
And it's part cat and part rabbit.
It's a cabbit, yep. Like
Cabbit.
a traditional anime cabbit, with a potty mouth.
Weebs.
That was like the main point. The whole mascot.
It's like Ryoki if Ryoki were super rude.
Yep. Like my husband came up with the idea of a foul-mouthed mascot, and Tsumi just came up. We actually got the name because I think his name in Japanese, it means sin.
Mm-hmm.
But we just want to find an excuse to use the pun. Well, Tsumi.
Ha!
Well, sue me.
Robin's so funny, guys.
I am punny.
So its name, our mascot is a cabot, and its name is
Yep.
Tsumi.
Yes.
Foul-mouthed little critter.
Like Tsumi.
Tsumi, yep.
Cool. What? So when do we get to see it, or what does Tsumi get to do on Anime
First,
America?
he was in Top 10 Mascots, to which he called me a bitch. Then he was in the Nyankoi review, where Shannon turned into a cat, and she fixed that. And he started flirting with her when she was a cat.
Awkward.
Which his pickup line was, "Hey, Toots, see you a bowl of milk, because I want to lick you all over."
Yeah.
Oh.
Awkward.
And then he was
All
in...
of the adults are needed.
Yeah. He was in Top 10 Worst Couples Anime, to which he made the cast and crew play Cards Against Humanity. And now he's trying to convince me to review Boku no Pico, which will never happen.
Oh God!
Why
please
not? It's
no.
my favorite anime.
It's everybody's favorite anime, Tara.
I
It's so good.
mostly don't want
really
to
love
review
the
it.
story.
I mostly don't want to review it for one particular reason. Because one guy did it the best. I put in the first episode and I was like, yo. I put in the second episode and I was like, yo. And then I put in the third episode and I was like, yo.
Don't
I thought-
open a file named Pico.
Don't
Boku.
open a file named
I
Pico.
thought the best review of Boku no Pico went like this. Stop recommending this anime to people, you pieces of shit!
They made
It's like I
PewDiePie
got
watch
Satan's
it.
porn collection.
They made PewDiePie watch it.
Oh, jeez.
I got tricked into watching it.
Oh,
I didn't.
Oh, you poor soul.
Still haven't seen it.
You poor soul.
Yeah, I never will.
I only showed I only showed like one picture of Boku no Pico, and that was in Top 10 Worst Cliches when we were discussing underage fan service.
Oh, yep. I do remember that.
Which I showed a picture. I'm just like, oh god, no. I'm just waiting.
All right,
I'm
we're
waiting
like,
for that moment when somebody on Patreon wins. I'm like, okay, what anime do you want me to review? Boku. Bark.
You could make
Yeah,
that
then we
really
have
funny,
to.
though.
I could.
Then you just do what you did with Diabolic Lovers and just make it a drinking game. At least then you'd enjoy it.
I'd have to watch
That-
it first in
I
order to
think
make
that
the
would be
rules.
funny.
Unless
As-
there's pre-existing rules.
As someone who has seen Boku no Pico, drinking would not take away the pain.
Morgan over there. Drink off me, Audie's your hoe.
Okay, Hannah, you've got 30 seconds. Go.
Things are happening, there's stuff coming out, and boom. Okay.
Okay, that's the end of our show.
It's Seven Deadly Sins. What are you talking about with Seven Deadly Sins?
Okay, Seven Deadly Sins. What I wanted to talk about this real quick is Funimation has acquired the rights for the home video release of Seven Deadly Sins. It will be coming out in May, and this is exciting because originally it was a stream-only title on Netflix and only available subbed on Crunchyroll. So this is exciting. It's part of that whole Funny Roll merge that everyone's been talking about lately, and this is part of the fruits of that, and I'm excited to see more titles come out because of that.
Didn't they actually say that they're finally going to release free season 1 on DVD?
Yep, that was another thing that they talked about. I believe that's also coming out in May, along with Seven Deadly Sins.
Finally.
Is that what we were talking about before we started recording? And I said, save it for the show?
Yes.
Basically, like, seriously, like, Funimation and Crunchyroll made, like, this little pact. And for some reason, they released Free Eternal Summer first, which was the second season on DVD. But season 1, you could only watch it in the English dub on Crunchyroll, which we were just like, screw you. Seriously?
Well, Crunchyroll had actually released some of the subbed DVDs of free. Like, it had the first season was already released in certain places, and you could get it subbed. But Funimation got the rights to free Eternal Summer, whereas Crunchyroll still had the rights to season 1, so they were kind of meandering around that and still working out all the details of that. And then once Funnyroll became a thing, then I think that was when they were just like, you know what? Now that we're partners and now that we're working together, sure, here's free. You're welcome.
Yay. Okay, Maui.
What can I say except you're
You're welcome.
Robyn's got the song stuck in my head.
I still can't choose
It's okay. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Now let's stop
Gonna
people who are
shoot you all in the
copyrighted.
face.
Unless you do cover versions on your own, then it's fine. I still can't choose. I still can't choose my favorite song because I love "You're Welcome," but I also love "Shiny."
All the songs
I don't like
really
Shiny
good.
that much.
But
That
it
was
sounds like
genuinely-
one of the guys
that
from
was
Flight of
like-
the Conchords, and it's about a gigantic monstrous crab boasting how fabulously shiny he is, and it's brilliant.
This was genuinely one of the first Disney songs or one of the first Disney movies in a while where I genuinely liked all of the songs. It's been so long since that's happened.
Oh, I bought that soundtrack in a heartbeat. So my
Oh,
Moana
yeah.
review is coming to Pop Spectrum.
Yeah.
At the same time, Doug Walker and Lindsay Ellis released their commentaries on what's happening to the great Disney villains.
What villain? There was no villain in Moana. It was all internal conflict.
Like
which was
the people's with the people's like requests for stronger, better heroes, it's leaving less room for development for the villains. Hence why Moana is a story that didn't really need a villain.
Mm-hmm.
It just had obstacles, and Tamatoa was one of them. Say Tamatoa was like closest as we're gonna get to a fabulous Disney villain, but we only had like 5 minutes with him.
To be fair, though, I kind of miss the old days where villains were just petty bitches who didn't get invited to children's birthday parties.
Or fabulously outrageous and greedy like Ursula.
Right. Or just
I
effeminate
think-
douchebags like Scar.
I mean, I'm all for, doing things different, but I really believe that, like Batman, for example, Batman wouldn't be, Batman without the Joker. I think that a really good villain makes a better hero.
It also depends on the story, because a story like Brother Bear didn't necessarily have to have a villain. It was a brother who felt so guilty over two of his brothers being dead that he felt that he had to avenge both of them, not knowing that his little brother turned into a bear that he's hunting down. So that's all the movie needed.
That's cool. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Which
or if you look
was...
at Go ahead.
I just like the yin-yang aspect.
Yeah.
I like...
It has to work with the story, though. You
seeing...
can't really force it in.
I always think it's
Exactly.
cool when a story kind of develops its villain in terms of, like, they may start, like, on the same side or be friends or maybe just rivals, but then that turns into villainy or animosity, kind of like the direction that they're taking in season 2 of My Hero Academia with Kachan. I'm really excited to see where they're going to go with him, because it's like, oh, at first they were just kind of rivals or whatever, but now he's genuinely jealous and kind of being a douche, and he's probably going to get petty and stupid, and I'm excited to see that happen, because he can make things go boom.
Yeah. Go boom, boom, boom.
Gotta get that boom, boom,
So-
boom.
That should be an Animania. We'll write that down.
Yeah. I still say we need to do clips from... What's that movie? The ice skating movie that Will Ferrell did?
Oh, yeah,
Blades
Blades
of
of Glory with Yuri on Ice.
We need to do Blades of Glory with Yuri on Ice, because I went through it, some clips, and they have... Oh, it would be so
It's
good.
been
We
done
need
to
do
I'll
death
find a way to do
all
it.
over YouTube.
Oh, it has
do my
been?
own
So I
version.
wasn't the first one?
You do it, Rob.
Ah,
I'll do my
man.
own
Do it.
version.
Yeah, I'll have to do it.
Uh,
All right, so Hannah, was that did you get to say everything you wanted to say? Because you went through it pretty quick with the 7 deadly sins and all
The only other thing I wanted to bring up, because I do think that this is important for the spring Simuldub season that's coming up. Speaking of My Hero Academia, Funimation has announced that My Hero Academia will be simuldubbed, and it will be a same day simuldub. So
That's amazing.
roughly about an hour or more after it airs in Japan, we will be getting the episode of My Hero Academia dubbed here in America starting on April 1st. And they have stressed this is not a joke. This is a genuine thing, and I can't wait. Tournament arc! Yeah!
Then you'll see on April 1st Deku doing the chicken dance. April Fools.
Robin, I would genuinely cry if that happened. I cannot tell you how much I
Cry
love this
tears
show.
of pain or tears of happiness?
No, if it was just a chicken dance, I would be bawling my eyes out because I'm like, why would you do this? I cannot stress how much I love My Hero Academia. I do not like shonen shows, even remotely, a little bit at all. I can't stand them. And My Hero Academia is one of my favorite shows of all time. Not just of 2016, but ever.
It is a pretty good anime. It's not one of my favorites, but I think that this is going to set a standard for same-day simuldubs to be commonplace.
Yeah, and Hannah, you should do one of your episodes of your show. Kind of do a review or comment on what's the quality of the same day. How good is it? What's your opinion on it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the only one we had last season was Akiba's trip, and it got delayed 1 week, so now it's not a same day thing anymore. But when it was coming out, it was very, very good. It all is attributed to the cast and the director and the care that they take with it. So I think same day dubs can be a good thing, and they can be well done. I mean, it's just the same as anything else. They probably get the materials in advance like you would with a regular animated show. You just take the same care and the same dedication to it, and as long as you do that, then what's the difference between getting it same day and waiting 2 weeks? It all depends on what the company's willing to work with you on, though. So that's really what comes into play when it comes to same day simuldubs is, will the company work in advance with you, or do they want to wait for the product to come out in Japan and start to get a little bit of a momentum going before it works here in the States?
Yeah. All right. Unless anyone else has anything to say, has everyone got everything out? I'm gonna
We'll wrap it up. Just on
Robin.
What videos we're planning to do for Anime America. Pop Spectrum. I plan on doing Moana. Ruby Volumes 3. By God, do I have things to say about that season that people may not like, but you know me. And I watched a lot of movies when I was on my plane trip to America, and also when I was on the cruise, I watched a couple of movies. So I was thinking about doing a vlog where I just quickly review the 9 movies I watched on my trip. And
I think that would be funny. You just watch you try and go through 9 movies.
I had to watch Ghostbusters.
2016?
2016.
Was it that
May God
bad?
have mercy on you.
it was super awkward. It wasn't the worst reboot I've ever seen. No, there was actually another movie I saw on that same plane trip that was worse. It was the worst reboot I've ever seen in my life, and I will address that in that video.
You have to do the video now. I need to see
I want to
that.
see
Fair
this.
enough. So Pop Spectrum, I'll release my video on the 9 movies I watched on a plane or a boat. To which, on the boat, Royal Caribbean has a deal with DreamWorks, and you can watch all of their movies on a certain channel, and sometimes they'll swing in a deal. Like if there's a brand new movie from DreamWorks releasing during a time when people are on a cruise ship, they'll give Royal Caribbean the right to that movie, and they can watch it on the boat.
Nice.
Case in point, I had to watch Trolls with my niece.
You say like I had to watch
No
Trolls
tea,
with
Robin.
your
No
niece.
tea, Robin. Can't
A
we
friend
watch
of mine
Trolls
told
together?
me that it was. A friend of mine told me it made him cry. Was it?
It was
What
DreamWorks
did you
just
think of
having
it?
fun. I'm not gonna bitch too much on the story because there's no point. It's a movie made for kids. It's cute, it's harmless, it's colorful. I think DreamWorks just wanted to have some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on that story point, like, it's fine for kids. For me, I'm just like, well, this is something I can see only once.
Not gonna do that again.
Zoe Deschanel, yay.
Yeah. All right. And if anyone is still listening to the show, if you want to send your fan art or fan made content to us to possibly be featured on our new Fanime show, send it to animeamericapodcast@gmail.com.
Woo.
So,
And so everybody give your Twitters and your stuff.
I just pretty much, my social media is pretty much Anime America's social media, so it's at Anime America on Twitter, same thing on Instagram and Tumblr. I think I'm AAP Ram or something on Tumblr. I really don't remember, but I'll try to leave a link. And I just go on the Anime America Facebook page and whatnot. And Snapchat, I'll leave my info later. But, yeah. And if you want to send some fan mail to me, Lark, or Tsumi, it's P.O. Box 6031, Pimble, New South Wales 2073.
Which reminds me, if there is anyone who wants to submit fan-made content such as fan art to be featured on Fanime, you can DM me directly on Twitter at IzanamiBA.
Which is also your YouTube channel, right? Izanami VA
Yes.
is you on YouTube?
Yes.
What about you, Hannah?
Anyone who wants to follow me on Twitter, it's Aoishi, which is AOISHI, and then I believe it's 11. So that's my Twitter, and then that would be the same for my Instagram, my Tumblr. I think that's everything that I have. Be on the lookout for more Watch and Wait coming soon, and I have a camera now, so more content from me as well. I'm really excited for some of the stuff that I have planned, so keep an eye out for more stuff from me, guys.
Yay.
Yay. And this is at Balding Ewok, and I want to thank everyone for listening to Anime America Reboot.
Bye-bye.